Hi guys, welcome to Keeping It Simple Crafts. I hope everyone is doing good. Today we are going to be making a Christmas door swag. Please remember, if you like this video, to give it a thumbs up and share. And also, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. First, you will need 2 of the candy cane wreath form frames from Dollar Tree and some zip ties. So you may have to shape the candy cane frames just a little bit so that they can overlap and make an oval shape. And next you're just going to zip tie your 2 candy cane frames together. If you normally watch my tutorials, when you first saw this door swag, I bet you were thinking it was going to be another yardstick door swag. So you'll have to let me know if you thought it was going to be a yardstick door swag or not. But just make sure you get your candy cane frames zip tied together so that they do not move. I believe I used a total of 4 zip ties total. You could spray paint your frames if you wanted to. Next, you will need 6 of the mini Christmas trees from Dollar Tree. Okay, you're going to be putting 2 trees on the left, 2 trees on the right, and 2 in the center. So you'll just take another zip tie and you're going to thread it through the frame and secure the little Christmas tree to your frame. You don't need the little bottom twist piece or the legs for the Christmas trees, so just put those aside and zip tie your little trees on. So 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom on the left side, same on the right side. Now you will have to go back in the end and add some zip ties to the top of the little Christmas trees so that they don't move. Same steps on the right side, 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. My zip ties came from Harbor Freight. For the 2 mini Christmas trees that go in the center, you'll have to kind of separate the branches to find the base of the tree, and you're going to take it and just wire it to the top of the oval, and then the last tree to the bottom of the oval, and that's it. And then you'll want to trim off the part of the zip tie that's left, and then go back and you're ready to start fluffing your little Christmas trees. But this is the way it looks before I trim the top of the zip ties. Before you fluff, you might want to do this step. I added 3 pipe cleaners. I had to double the pipe cleaners to make them long enough, but I added 3 pipe cleaners to the center. That way I could add deco mesh to this wreath. Now it's time to fluff all 6 of your little mini Christmas trees. Now you can use whatever color Christmas trees you would like. Dollar Tree has the green ones, the white ones, and then these iridescent colored Christmas trees this year. I took some smaller zip ties and I secured the top of each little tree to the frame. Now on the 2 in the center, I did take some pipe cleaners and secure the base of them so that it did not move left or right. After you have added your 3 pipe cleaners to the center, you're ready to add some 10-inch deco mesh. So let some mesh out, pinch it together in your hand and make a bubble. Pinch it tightly, then go to the top of your swag, scoot down just a little bit, separate 2 branches, put the deco mesh in it, and give the branches a few twists around the deco mesh. Then remember to fluff your bubble. Slide your hands down about 12 inches, make another bubble, find 2 branches, twist the deco mesh in those 2 branches, move down a little bit more, make another bubble, and you're going to be doing the bubble method all the way down this door swag. When you get to the 3 pipe cleaners, it's the same steps. You'll want to add a bubble to each pipe cleaner. And then when you get to the very end of the door swag, make a bubble for the bottom 2. This is the way it looks with bubbles all down the center, but I did go back and add 2 ruffles on the center part on the left side and the right side so that when you put the sign on, it has some fluff on each side of the sign. And then these are just some pretty picks that I picked up at Dollar Tree. They came in a pack of 5. They also come in gold and red, I believe. So I twisted the branches around them, and then I took the stem and just slid the stem through the deco mesh. And I did add 2 packages. I believe I used 5 on the top, 5 on the bottom. You can use whatever sign you would like. I am just taking some pipe cleaners and hot gluing them onto the back of my sign. So just put a little bit of, or quite a bit of hot glue onto your sign, put a pipe cleaner in it, and then I like to put some ribbon over it and then let it all dry. But just be very careful when you're using your hot glue. Then let it sit and dry for a little while. Next I'm going to tie a bow, and I picked up this ribbon at Walmart. You're going to cut 7 strips of ribbon at 23 inches. And this is 2-inch ribbon, and it does have wire. To dovetail the ends, fold it in half with the edges to the left side. Go to the folded side, cut away from the fold, and that makes the pretty V on the ends. So here's my 7 strips cut at 23 inches. Take your first strip, fold it in half, and you're going to make about a 6-inch loop. And so you're going to keep it pinched tightly, same steps with your next strip, fold it in half, make about a 6-inch loop, kind of check and make sure, then add it to your first loop. Now this ribbon is cut long enough that if you wanted to make your loop a 7-inch loop, it's long enough you could. Just make sure you always leave some extra ribbon below your fingers so that it does not pull out when you use your pipe cleaner or your wire to secure your bow. I'm just using a pipe cleaner, but I should have used some floral wire because I ended up changing it out and using some wire. But just make sure you get your wire or pipe cleaner tight around your ribbon. And then I like to make some tails all around the bottom of the bow. So just spread out your tails, and then you're ready to fluff the loops on your bow. Make sure you fluff all 7 of your loops. This is not one of my best bows, but it's okay. So I just took this bow and I just used the wires. Remember, I had to change it out, so I just cut the pipe cleaner short, wrapped a piece of wire around it, gave it some twist, and then I took this wire and threaded it through the deco mesh. And then you'll want to go to the back and give the wires a few twists, and then cut off the extra part of the wires. Now I did tie a second bow for the bottom. So this is the way it looks. And next I'm adding the sign. Now remember, I did go back and add 2 ruffles with the deco mesh. I just used the 1 roll of 10-inch deco mesh from Walmart, and I had enough to make a ruffle on the left and a ruffle on the right. And I think that just made the door swag look complete. There for a while it looked like it just was missing something, so I thought, well, hey, I'm gonna use that extra deco mesh and make 2 ruffles. You could hot glue your Christmas ornaments on, or you could do like I'm doing and just twist the string into the branches. That way you can reuse your Christmas ornaments if you want to. And then here's where I'm tying the double bow. I usually like to add a bow to the top and the bottom, and I usually make the bottom one smaller. So this one I just did a double bow, let out a tail, make a loop, keep it pinched tightly in your hand, go the other side, make another loop about the same size as your first loop, then continue back and forth, making sure you get the loops the same size on each side until you get the bow the size you want. Then let out a tail, and you'll want to have some floral wire to wrap tightly around the center of your bow. Then don't cut your wires because you'll be threading those wires through the deco mesh. Don't forget to dovetail the ends of your bow too. Make sure you thread the wires through the deco mesh. Don't go around it because that changes the shape of your door swag. So take the time to thread the wires through the deco mesh, and then here I'm hot gluing some little Dollar Tree shatterproof Christmas ornaments on, and this is the way it looks on my door. Thank you guys so much for watching. In the comment section below, I would like to know when you plan on putting your Christmas tree up.